I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay?
If Trump is elected to office, I believe that our international relations will suffer greatly. I believe that there will be great civic unrest. Many people will protest. I believe that our relations with our closest allies will suffer greatly, especially with Mexico and Canada. Just that will be the immediate reaction.
I disagree with practically everything the man said. I do think that Trump would actually improve our relationships with foreign countries, Mexico and Canada particularly, and I think the media overall has given him a unfair shake. They don't portray Trump in the light that he should be. Mainstream media and our politicians, both Democrats and Republicans, I think are afraid of Trump. He does care deeply about the good and legal immigrants here. He cares about minorities.
Build that wall.
He wants people to succeed in this country.
Build that wall.
Those things the way they are. He takes on the establishment. Other Americans, both young and old, they're tired of the way the direction that this country's headed in. That slogan, "Make America Great Again." I think he can do that. I really do.
So when I saw that video, I know that Trump supporters exist. I just haven't met any of them. That was eye-opening, and I feel like he's repeating a lot of the things that Trump says. I mean, I completely disagree with what he said. If Trump is elected, I will take my passport and I will book a flight to the nearest foreign country to reside. If Trump is elected president, I think that it will only increase the xenophobia in our country. Other countries will see the United States as a joke. So I think that it's going to be a huge breakdown in foreign relations and in just the spending that our country does on the military, which is already exorbitant, will only be worse. Donald Trump is full of lies and is kind of saying anything he can to get votes. He knows how to manipulate people and how to say something that's going to attract a lot of attention, but he is, I don't believe, has the integrity that it takes to be president. I don't really like to think about it because I don't think it's going to happen, so I haven't really thought, I don't take it seriously that he would be elected president. But it would be bad if he was.
What I think will happen if Donald Trump is elected, my friend explained that since he's a big business owner and he, is a bazillionaire, what he'll do is he'll just put government funds into just supplying his own business and just making him essentially more wealthier than he already is. So I kind of feel like Donald Trump doesn't actually believe the things that he says, mainly because I heard that he used to be a Democrat in the past years. But at the same time, I do think that people know him as being so radical, so he kind of has to live up to what he said he is. So he'll do something a little bit to the extreme, but I don't think that he can possibly get past Congress or any of our legislative bodies, with these radical ideas.
I didn't really agree with the part where she said that he would channel government funding into his own businesses. I don't think he's gonna be able to make all of the changes that he promises so far. I honestly don't know what kind of change it will be. No one likes illegal immigration. I feel like we should definitely crack down on it.
If Trump is elected, I actually don't think that much will happen, and that's kind of the problem. Nothing will really change because everything will just get stopped in the House and the Senate, right? But no change will be made because if any changes are tried to be made, unless there's 2/3, he can veto it. And his policies about building a wall and banning Muslims just won't work.
I study elections, Congress, public opinion, voting behavior, what I like to say is the institutions of democracy. If Donald Trump wins, that everything, not including the presidency, will be in Republican hands as well as the presidency. So it'll be unified control of government. He's likely to engineer division within his own party. But just look at what's happening in Great Britain right now. total chaos right now in Great Britain in the party system. That could happen in the Republican side, especially should Trump become president and push forward with things that are divisive within his own party. He won't be able to simply go ahead and do stuff. So he'll need the Congress, which means he'll need the Senate, which means that will be very difficult. He may have marginal steps, but it won't be big. So my guess is over the first 2 years, he won't be able to accomplish the kinds of things, and maybe in his party, the kinds of things that he has, and presumably will in the fall campaign on. One of the consequences would be a president who promised and didn't seem to be able to deliver. The betting line would probably he would be a one-term president. If Trump is not able to get a lot passed, he'll be seen as having, failed on the sort of primary thing that people are looking at, which is this guy can solve problems. I think he's going to have a real problem in international relations. The idea that they will pay for the wall is to me ludicrous.
The former president of Mexico, Vicente Fox, he said today, and I'm quoting him, he said, "I'm not going to pay for that, quote, effing wall." So if you don't get an actual check from the Mexican government for $8 or $10 or $12 billion, whatever it will cost, how are you going to make them pay for the wall?
I will, and the wall just got 10 feet taller, believe me. It's got 10 feet taller.
Which side you lean towards?
Well, I tend to lean left. Oh, sorry.
How are you feeling?
Feeling easy breezy.
Beautiful.
Not really beautiful.
Cover curl.
Feeling like but easy breezy.
Easy breezy. Beautiful. 5%. Stop! Why are you like this?
I can't sing.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
Awesome.
Okay, no, but for
I'm
real,
not doing it.
sounds so
Get the
good.
camera. I'm not giving you permission to record me.
Thanks, Con.